Hey everybody, happy Talkie Tuesday. Dori Patrick here. Welcome back to my work table. This week we're going to do a little more junk journaling. I'm excited because I am starting 2 new books. I just kind of felt like mixing it up this week. This first little book was a gift from my friend Stacy. Thank you, Stacy. And this other book is a little larger. And it's made up of a bunch of junk papers that I put together. And that cover is an old painting that wasn't working out. So we are going to gather our tools together. I always have scissors and a ruler for cutting and tearing. I have a specific little bit of ephemera that I want to use this week. And sometimes that works out, sometimes it doesn't. You'll see this unfold here today. And off camera there are my big bins of ephemera that I still need to organize, of course. When I have deadlines and things going, it's really hard to justify taking the time to get organized, but I know that I will do that one of these days and it'll be worth it. So we're going to start in the little book that Stacy gave me, and we're going to speed this up here. This is voiceover Dori talking you through the process. How are you guys doing this week? We are having a lovely, lovely week here in Iowa. Just beautiful weather. I've been trying to get outside every chance I get, which is kind of hard when there's work to be done, but we've really been enjoying our morning walks with the dogs, and we've been hanging out on the patio at night, and it's been lovely. So I'm going to start by just laying down some background paper. That's usually where these spreads start, is just kind of filling up the page. And I'm a more is more girl, so I love having it full and busy. So that those first 2 bits I glued down there are some, I think it was a scan of a painting. This little label is from these protein cookies that I like, Lenny and Larry. Lenny and Larry's cookies. I usually have a little bit of one every night with my nighttime cocoa. And the label is so cute. I thought, well, I'm going to save one of those. I couldn't even tell you how many boxes of those I've been through in my lifetime before I finally realized I should probably put that in my junk journal. So yeah, we've just been, as many of you know, we had a lovely fun weekend last weekend doing some inspiration gathering. If you missed that video, I'll try to put a link here in the show notes. At the second half of it, there's like a little haul where I share some of the goodies that I bought when I was in Minneapolis and little things I collected. And so some of that ephemera is going to make it into this session here in a little bit. Okay, so that little picture you see up in the upper right hand corner of that first page, that's a little magazine image. It's a cute little image of some artwork with little chairs on it. Then I glued down the Lenny and Larry label, and this is a sweet little note that my friend Patty put on some flowers that she brought to us. It's so cute, and I wanted to save it. And he's kind of boinging a little bit there, but you'll see I'll come up with a solution to kind of get him in place there. And it seems like I am really at the bottom of the screen. I'm sorry about that, guys. I really get caught up in the moment when I do this stuff. But hopefully you can still see everything. And those magazine pages, they do glare a little bit. So I'll give you a better close-up here at the end. These are some little faces. I think I saved those from a calendar. And I end up not using those here in this moment. You see a lot of that happening where I kind of think something is going to go and I change my mind. And that's just the fun of junk journaling. You just kind of play around. I mean, part of the fun really is just sort of rifling through all your stuff, to be honest. So I've been back at it in the studio. I am getting some finished work done for the next show I have coming up. I'm going to be in Omaha the second weekend of September. So that's, I believe, the 12th and 13th. It's the Rockbrook Village Art Fair. It's my first time there. And I'm very excited. We love Omaha. It's so fun. So I've just been pushing a lot of pieces forward. I've got paintings and a few sculptures going. So that little yellow bit you saw that I used to clip that little smiley face down, those two little clips, there's another one on the table there, those were the little things that we clipped on our shirts that gave us entrance into the Walker Art Center to see the exhibit we saw last weekend. It was so wonderful. And I thought those little clips, oh my gosh, that's so clever. And I wanted to be sure to use that this session. I'm kind of using it like a little paper clip. We'll see how well they stay on. I don't know. This is one of the new washi tapes I got. It's so cute. Look at those flowers. You probably know by now, if you've been here a while, I definitely am addicted to washi tape. I absolutely love it, and I stick it to everything. I also design washi tape. So if you go to my Etsy shop, you can see some of my personal designs that I sell. That little image with the flower, the little vase of flowers and that little bird sculpture, I have had that image for I don't even know how long, but I love it. And I'm really happy to finally be using it. So this is just sort of, playing around and layering things. That's another little image from an art magazine. That's not terribly important to me. I just kind of use it for background, like a filler. And that is a little, that came in a little pad, a little notebook of, it's sort of like vellum. It's kind of see-through, and it comes in this little pad of like lots of colors. And I love that for like a little veil. So I finally get those little faces glued down. They're so cute. I love working in a tiny book. It's a blast. And that's a little doodle of a little house that I did when I was doing a bunch of little bits of, I was doing a bunch of little paintings with my flying people. And so they needed little houses to fly over, of course. So you can see I've got the pages pretty filled up. It goes fast in a small book. And so the fun part about the tiny books is finding all the little tiny elements that you can layer on top just to fill in and add a little interest. Here and there, more is more. This is a little magazine image that has all these teeny tiny little drawings that somebody did. I don't even know where it came from. It might be from like Cloth Paper Scissors magazine or something, but there are all these teeny tiny little drawings, and they're so cute. All right, we're going to switch over to the larger book now. This book is about 8.5-ish by 5.5-ish or 6-ish. I'm adding the ish because I'm obviously guessing. Yeah, so it's a good size book. And, these are fun too, because then you can turn your attention to some of the larger ephemera. And that's kind of what I do. So that's a scan of some palette paper. I do that a lot. If a palette paper or underpainting paper is really fun and pretty, I will definitely use that. I'll collage it. But if I really love it, I will do a scan of it on my printer and use it several times. This is a magazine image. I think, I want to say it's Greece. I'm not sure exactly. I did look it up and then now I have already forgotten. But anyway, it's from a travel magazine, and it actually reminds me of my Italy trip, the bright blue sky and all the houses on the cliffs. That just kind of spoke to me, so I saved it and we're going to put it in there. So the cover of this book is a really heavy mixed media paper because it's a painting that I started and abandoned, and it really makes a great cover for your books because it's so heavyweight. It's got a great feel to it. And then the blue paper on the right side, that's just copy paper, I think. And that's a magazine image, little gal there. And then this little bit that says bench pressed, letterpress. That's a place we visited in Minneapolis, and we bought some fun things there. And I saved the little label off of the bag. That was something I wanted to use this week as a memento from our trip. And as you can see, this is, I am not particular with my junk journals. I don't work chronologically or anything. Like, I just mix it all up. Generally, I will sit down with a little handful of things that I kind of know that I want to use, but I don't hold myself to it necessarily. You know, sometimes you think something is going to work and it doesn't, and you've got to change course, and that's just fine. That's the fun of it. And that's a little sleeve. I bought some pencils at an art supply store, and then I decided not to use it. And now we're setting down that bench press logo. That was such a fun store. And they, if you look them up, I bet you can find their cards and products in your local stationery or gift store, because they sell nationwide through gift shops and stuff. But we really loved their little shop. This is another bit that I made a copy of. Maybe part of a journal page or maybe an old painting. And this is some ephemera that I wanted to use. When we went to the Walker Art Center, we picked up one of their pamphlets, little magazines. They were free to everyone. And so I was able to harvest a few images out of that. So that little thing going up the side there, that's a little strip of images from the sculpture garden that's right outside the Walker Art Center, which is super fun. And there's a little image from a magazine, I believe, and it's daisies. I love daisies. I love them. And I've been working on growing them in my yard with varying degrees of success. Of course, they love the sun, and so I've got them in some sunny spots in my yard, and I usually can get 2 good sessions of blooms from my daisies. So they bloom in the mid part of the summer, and then I cut them back, and I usually get another bit. They come back and they bloom again for me, usually around this time of year. They're running a little behind this year. We had a lot of rain, and I think they got a little soaked. But I love them. They just make me so happy. That little, so you saw me put down some books washi tape. I got that in Minneapolis too. And that little doodle is a, gosh, that's old, from a little sketchbook. I saved it. It's a fish on wheels. I did a little series of paintings of fish on wheels a while back. And so it's fun to tuck him in there. And I'm just filling in the blank space. There's some more washi tape, some more collage paper. And then I'm just sort of playing around with what I want to use to fill up this space. That book, washi tape, is so fun. Especially like layered like that in that bottom right hand corner. It looks like a little bookcase, doesn't it? And I always have tacky glue handy because those heavier bits sometimes just need a little extra. And I have this little bit, this little handful of these that have little sayings on them that a friend gave me. And so I decide "You are awesome" can go in there. This is just a little bit of scrapbook paper. Sometimes I will just use that too to fill in spaces as a background. In that upper right-hand corner, that weird shape that's pink and red striped, that was actually a leaf that was left over from a session when I was doing some collage floral bouquets. And I ended up not using it. And of course, I love pink and red, so I used it to fill that space. And this is another little bit from the Walker Art Center. It's a teeny tiny photo of a really big work on paper that Suzanne Jackson did. That was beautiful, just dreamy. So I saved that. This is really, really special. It is a ticket, actually. When I was in Oaxaca, Mexico, several years ago, one of the things our group did was we visited this old, enormous tree. Her name is escaping me because I cannot find my words these days. I want to say Tula or Tuli. I think it's Tuli. Anyway, oh my gosh, the biggest tree I've ever seen in my life. And that's the ticket to get into the little park to go visit her. And the photo has people, just dozens of people. It takes many, many people holding hands to circle her. It's just one of the coolest things I've ever seen. So I was really tickled to find that. And then, so I made it a little flap there with some Scotch tape. And then behind it is one of my little bits of artwork that was printed out, I think from an old catalog or something. So it's something to, like a little peekaboo behind the flap. And then these are little banana sketches. I was just fiddling around with doing bananas on paper, and I drew these teeny tiny little bananas, and they make me happy. So I'm going to stick those down here in a sec too. Yeah, I decided that that other little clip, there it is, from the Walker Art Center, that can hold that little ticket in place. And then we'll glue down these bananas. I'm thinking, wouldn't that be such a fun fabric with little tiny bananas all over it? I'm sure many people have done banana prints. I should probably just look and see, but it would be fun to have my own bananas on fabric. Then I finally glue that little guy down. It's some kind of image of a vessel and a flower, a plant coming out of it or something. I'm not exactly sure, but I cut it out early on, and then I finally used it here on this spread. and there's no shortage of ephemera, as you can see. I don't have a problem. I don't see a problem here, do you? This is a little magazine image of a nicho. I love nichos. It's kind of like a little shadow box, sort of, and then you can display art or display little figurines in them. I love making them. I love collecting them. When I travel, if I see nichos, I snap them up. I really love them. And we're getting to the end of this session. You can kind of see me slow down, and when the page gets really full, then you're just really looking for very specific things, very specific sizes, and just to fill in, make little teeny tiny decisions. This is that's from an art magazine, and it's like a little collage heart on a book page, I believe. And then this is an image of a little carved stamp, which is so cute. And this is the end, guys. Let's take a close-up of the small spread, and I'm going to try to turn it so we don't have too much glare here. It's kind of hard to fight with that light. There's those great little faces. That ice cream cone cracks me up. There's that Lenny and Larry's label. My sweet little card from Patty. And look, wake up, kick-ass, repeat, right underneath it. Yeah, those little clips make me happy, and they really make me think I want to go look for some more little clips and paper clips. This is the big spread that we did together, friends. Look at all those wonderful layers. I hope that this video inspires you to take another look at some of that ephemera. I know we creative types, we have a way of collecting that ephemera, don't we? This is such a fun way to use it up. It's a great way to do memory keeping. And as you know, I love mixing the precious with the everyday, because really that's what makes up a life, right? Thank you so much for being here again with me, friends. I hope you love this video. I know it's a short one. I'm going to be back to talk to you again next Tuesday. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.